What happens if a conditional green card holder moves away from the U.S. citizen before receiving their 10-year green card? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our office here in St. Louis, Missouri. So here's the thing, life happens. Sometimes spouses have to live apart. That's true for couples that are both U.S. citizens, and that's true where one of the members of the couple are an immigrant and they are on a conditional green card. So of course, everyone knows that when you get married to a U.S. citizen, if they apply for a green card for you and you've been married less than 2 years, that at the end of those 2 years, you have to apply to get the conditions removed. You file a form called an I-751. So today, I got an email from Siobhan, and Siobhan was wondering, well, Jim, what happens if the U.S. citizen or the green card holder gets a really great job offer out of town? And I think it's a great question. We've covered it a little bit in other videos, but not in this specific way. And so when that situation happens, there's a couple things you need to keep in mind. The first thing is that if the couple is going to live apart, it is still possible to get them the 10-year green card at the end of the 2 years to get that I-751 approved. It may not be possible to get citizenship approved after the 3-year rule, and we'll talk about that and why you might want to wait the full 5 years. But in answer to Siobhan's question, it is possible for the 10-year green card to be approved even if the couple lives apart. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. You're going to want to document that it is for economic reasons, that it's because of this great job offer that the foreign national or the U.S. citizen went to live somewhere else. So whenever a couple is living apart, you're going to have to justify that. You're going to have to explain it. You're going to have to document it. And speaking of documentation, what you're really going to have to document is what efforts have the couple made to be together in the time that's available. So I've had many cases like this. Our office has handled many cases where the couples live apart, and at first I was nervous about those. I thought, oh man, I don't know if we can get these approved, but I've noticed that there's sort of a spectrum. We had one case that got approved where the couple only saw each other twice a year. Now that's sort of one end of the spectrum. Then we had another couple, a same-sex couple, where they're both doctors. One lived in Nashville, Tennessee, and one lived here in St. Louis, and they always made sure to go back and forth every weekend, and most importantly, they documented all that. So if you're going to live apart, you're going to make sure to keep track of gas receipts or a journal. I would write down all the days you're together so that you can prove that up. If you stay in a hotel or any other kind of documentation, if the couple goes out together, I would take pictures at a restaurant demonstrating that whenever you can be, you are together. And the more you do that, the stronger the case is going to be and the more likely that the I-751 is going to get approved. These days, you're probably going to get an interview on a case where the couple's separated, and so you got to be ready for that, and you want to be able to document it. Now, when it comes to citizenship, the rule is that if you want to apply for citizenship, you have to have been a green card holder for 5 years. But if you're married to a U.S. citizen, you can apply after 3. And lately, USCIS has been taking a very strict construction of that rule, and they're saying that you have to be, quote, living in marital union for the full 3 years. So little trips apart from each other, little separations might pass the test, but if you're in one of these relationships that we're talking about where the couple lives apart, I think you're probably going to want to wait the full 5 years. Every case is different, so we'd have to take a look at it and discuss it and sort of figure out, you know, does your case match up to the kind of case that's going to get approved these days, or does it make more sense for you to just wait the full 5 years? So that's a discussion we can have, but basically when you are living apart and you're a conditional green card holder, those are the things you need to keep in mind. One is, how am I going to get my 10-year green card case approved? And number 2 is, am I setting myself up for being able to apply after 3 years for citizenship or 5? So these are all the factors that are going to come into play. These are the kind of things that you're going to want to think about. If you have questions about when to file the I-751 or whether you can get it approved by living apart, give us a call at 314-961-8200. You can email us at info@hackinglawpractice.com. Be sure to join us in our Facebook group, which is called Immigrant Home. And if you like this video, please be sure to share it out on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get videos just like this one. And thanks again to Siobhan and anyone else who sends us email questions. We'll try to shoot a YouTube video for you and everybody else who sends us one. And like I said, you can email us at info@hackinglawpractice.com. Thanks a lot and keep watching. Peace.